Hey there. So my name's Joshua Sitzer, and I'm with the Swarm guys at Unanimous AI. I'm really excited to be here with all of you guys today. Talk about a problem that seems to exist in almost every DAO, and Igor alluded to it. The problem goes something like this: you've got an amazing project with an amazing team, but somewhere along things get messed up because the decision-making mechanisms, the voting mechanisms, if you will, are inherently so. Along the way, you might make some bad decisions, allocate resources to the wrong priorities, and ultimately you put yourselves at a strategic disadvantage. Because that sound familiar? I see some head nods. So at Unanimous AI, it turns out that we've built a fundamentally new online platform that is specifically all about centralized decision making. It's called Swarm, as Igor said, and it's a fully functional online platform. It's in market with lots of traditional organizations that you've probably heard of. There we go. So how does it work? Well, it starts with the notion, first and foremost, that people are smart. And if you think about it, every individual on your team comes to the table with their own unique intelligence and expertise, their knowledge, their insights, experience, intuition, instinct. And so the question is, when it comes to decision, how do you harness that? Well, what we like to say is that Swarm makes people smarter together. And so the way it works is all the individuals on the team, whether in the same room or distributed remotely across the world, they log into our platform. They become a networked human group and each bring their unique intelligence to the table. That gets combined with the AI algorithms that moderate the experience to create this new emergent collective intelligence, a decentralized superintelligence that is smarter, more accurate, more predictive than any of the individuals would be on their own. And that allows them then to work together to create more accurate forecasts, estimations, assessments, evaluations, predictions, insights, et cetera, that lead to those better decisions. Okay, well, hopefully that sounds good, but the question is, does it work? So let me give you a fun example. So we've been around for a little while, for about 7 years, and we get approached occasionally by journalists who ask us to use the technology to make predictions. And so we had this journalist from CBS a couple of years ago come to us and said she wanted us to predict the Kentucky Derby, the big horse race. And we're like, we don't know anything about horse racing, and that sounds really hard, but we believe in Swarm, so yeah, sure, we're up to the challenge. And she said, great. Just to be clear, though, I don't want you to just predict the winner, although that'd be kind of cool. What I want you to do is predict the superfecta, which is the first 4 horses in order. We're like, okay, that sounds freaking impossible, but again, we're game, we'll do it. So what we always do, get to the punchline there. What we always do is we started with people. In this case, we recruited about 20 horse racing fans. These were not experts or handicappers or anything like that, just self-described horsing enthusiasts. We had them come together on our platform, work together as a swarm to make the prediction of the superfecta. We then gave that to the reporter. She published a story about it, which put a pressure on us. But then what she did, which we weren't expecting, is she actually went to the Derby and she placed a wager herself on the superfecta based on our prediction. And long story short, this is what happened. We nailed it. Pretty cool. So the first 4 horses came in 1, 2, 3, 4, exactly as we predicted. The reporter's $20 bet turned into about $11,000. So she was pretty psyched. We were ecstatic as well to get the publicity like this. And so this is a remarkable result. What's even remarkable is this. So we actually asked each of those individuals before working together as a swarm to give us their individual predictions. And guess what? Not a single one of them got more than 1 horse right. So as individuals, not really that smart, but as a swarm intelligence, they were perfect. So that's the power of Swarm. And so not surprisingly, we've got lots of traditional organizations. You can see some of their logos up on this screen who are using Swarm today to improve, to optimize their internal decision-making process. And our clients run a huge range from CPG companies like Coca-Cola to B2B folks like Deloitte to the US Air Force. even the United Nations are all using Swarm today. Now, DAOs are fundamentally different from these organizations, but if anything, you might say that the need for decentralized decision-making is even greater in DAOs. So that's why a lot of folks have approached us recently, including Igor, and that's why we're here today. So my colleague Patrick is over there. Patrick, raise your hand. He and I are here at the conference. We'd love to chat with any of you who are interested in learning more, so come hit us up. But before I go, I actually have something for all of you here in the audience and frankly anybody live streaming at home. This is a special gift that we have for all of you. So there we go. So you've all probably heard of March Madness, the big college basketball tournament that is coming up here in about a month. Well, just like the Kentucky Derby, we have predicted the college basketball full 64 team bracket several times. We're pretty good at it. And actually every year we enter our bracket into the ESPN Bracket Challenge, which is the biggest bracket challenge of its kind. I think there were about 15 million participants last year. And actually ESPN has something they call the People's Bracket, which is a traditional crowdsourced bracket. And by traditional, I mean they basically take the most popular picks of all of their participants and put that into one bracket that they call the People's Bracket. Well, not to brag, but our bracket smokes the People's Bracket every year. In fact, we're usually in at least about the 75th percentile of all brackets. In fact, last year, I think we were in the 84th percentile, and we were one win away from being all the way up in the 95th percentile. So we're pretty decent at this, and we're going to do it again this year. And so our gift to you is we have actually created, this is a first for us, we've created an NFT. It's called Swarm Madness. First time we've ever done this. Any of you who are interested, we're giving it away to all of you guys for free. And all you need to do is hit up our Discord. The link is right there, that bit.ly link. It's bit.ly/swarm4DAOs. That's bit.ly/swarm with a capital S, the number 4, capital D, capital A, capital O, little s. Hit up the Discord. All the instructions will be there, and we'll get you your NFT. So hope you enjoy that. Thank you very much for having me here. Look forward to talking to y'all. Thank you.